A 19th century philosopher said that once you start a war, that's when you lose control. He said that unless you absolutely controlled your inputs and that you knew exactly what you were doing and that what your exit plan, when was success achieved? In other words, did you have an adequate concept of a win? Well, Vladimir Putin did exactly that in 2014, and in the space of about a month took over the Crimea. Absolutely nobody in the outer Western world gave tuppence. Unfortunately, Putin then decided that what he was going to do was take over eastern Ukraine, the Donbass. That is mainly a Russian-speaking area, so you could sort of understand why he was doing it. And then this didn't work. He was fighting a war of attrition and getting basically nowhere. So he doubled down. He then attacked Kiev itself. The idea was a surgical strike, 2 weeks, Bob's your uncle, and away we go. And 4 years later, he's found out that von Clausewitz was absolutely right. You can have the most wonderful plans in the world, but when it comes down to it, it takes two to tango. The Ukrainians had used the intervening period in order to develop asymmetric warfare. That warfare is dependent on drones, but these drones aren't toys. What they are capable of producing lethal attacks on oil refineries and transport links and bridges. The Ukrainians have decided that bombing is a waste of time, and so that they are not attacking civilians. Attacking civilians is pyrotechnic and it's got some satisfaction, but it doesn't win wars. So what the Ukrainians have done is created an entirely new type of warfare which can be and should be used sort of everywhere. The Americans found out this on the 28th of February this year when they attacked Iran with their super sophisticated weaponry and were confronted with tens of thousands of drones which took out lots and lots of infrastructure and airfields. My thinking is this: the siege of Cuba is going on. It's been going on for 6 months or so. Perhaps the Cubans will start using drones to attack Florida. Florida is only 90 miles away, and quite clearly, if they do decide to attack Florida, we all know who lives on the coast. Can you imagine if Mar-a-Lago is suddenly defended by AK guns instead of being a paradise, which is what Trump says it is right now?